Subscribe our channel. Stay till the end of the stories for more twist and turn. Comment us about what kind of stories you like to hear. Disclaimer: the channel is not in any kind of support or link to behavior, remarks, statements, feeling, decisions or any kind of emotions in the stories. My 21 female dad, 47 male, started dating a foreign girl who is the same age as me, and it's ruining our relationship. So earlier this year my dad mentioned a female friend of his, we'll call her Natalie. He told me that she's polished and that she's the same age as me, and at first I didn't think anything of it as he assured me they were just friends. Also, my dad has always disapproved of me dating boys that are more than a few years older than me and has called old men who date young girls pervs, so I never imagined he would have any interest in doing it himself. Eventually though, over the next couple of months I started to get suspicious that he was lying, as I randomly happened to look at his phone to check the time and saw a text from her saying she loves him. I held my tongue until we were sitting in the car with each other one day and he kept lying about them only being friends. I got angry and said something like, "Yeah, if you were dating her that would be really disgusting," to which he didn't reply. I admit I was wrong for saying it like that. Then out of the blue in May he told me she was moving in with him, and at this point, he had even lied just a couple days before that they were just friends. It crushed me. I had never even met this woman. I was sad that he kept lying to me constantly about this, and I was just deeply disturbed that he would date someone my age. I expressed all of this to him, and he basically disregarded all of my feelings and told me to get over it. This was such a shock to me because my dad and I have always had a great relationship, and now he was acting like a total asshole towards me for the first time in my life. So I said I needed some time and wouldn't be visiting him anymore for a while. I used to visit once a week, because I was just so uncomfortable with her age, and I was hoping that if I gave it some time I might get over it like he said. I kept contact with him over the phone though, but he would constantly make gross jokes, like for example about how Natalie and I should become friends since we're the same age but we probably can't talk about sex. Like, okay? It all just made it worse. I just couldn't get over her age at all, no matter how much time passed. However, my brother's birthday was yesterday, and since my dad invited Natalie to his family birthday celebration I figured I would go into the situation very open-minded and see how it goes. It was a disaster. The second I shook her hand and saw how she even looked and acted younger than me, I couldn't deal with it. I locked myself into the bathroom and started crying. During the party she acted like a bored teenager. She just sat there next to my dad staring at her phone for 3 hours and had no interest in talking to any of our family. As I sat there watching them together I just felt this anger in me getting bigger and bigger. I just can't be okay with this. It feels so freaking uncomfortable and wrong to me. I can feel it deep down in me. It feels like I'm seeing my dad with one of my girlfriends. The rest of my family reacted badly to her behavior and age as well, but were very kind and sweet to her during the party, of course. Also, my dad kept joking about how he always sends her money and buys her things, and now I have the added worry of him possibly being scammed by this girl. I love my dad so much, but he's not good looking, he has no life outside of work, he can be very emotionally distant due to trauma from being a Yugoslav soldier earlier in his life. He does have money though. I just don't understand what a very young, gorgeous Polish girl could possibly see in him other than money and to stay in Norway. I know this part is very judgmental of me, but it's something I worry about now. I like to think of myself as very open-minded. I don't hate Natalie. She hasn't done anything wrong, so I don't blame her at all. They are two consenting adults and I acknowledge that. I've tried to be open-minded, but everything in me just completely rejects their relationship. I've never been more uncomfortable before than I was seeing them touching and kissing yesterday. Also, I'm very hurt by how my dad has acted in all of this. He shows me no understanding or compassion when it comes to this issue and he's not willing to talk about it. I've tried to express my feelings and have a proper talk with him so many times, but I'm just told I need to get over it. So now I'm just left feeling like I lost my dad to her. I don't want to hang around when they're together, and he just changed completely as a person when they got together, so I feel a growing animosity between us. I feel like my feelings are fair. But I know I absolutely can be wrong. What do you guys think about the situation? Am I really so wrong to feel this way like he says? Should I just get over it? Edit: English is my second language, so sorry for any mistakes. I think you are 100% justified to feel the way you feel. You should probably talk to your dad and explain all this to him. And also explain to him that he is hypocritical for telling you that you cannot date older men all the while he's dating someone way younger. Also, getting some distance in your relationship with your dad would probably benefit your mental health. Thank you. I've told my dad pretty much everything I wrote here except for how I felt at the birthday party, but he kept calling me out in front of everyone, saying stuff like, "Why do you look so miserable? And why are you so quiet?" So I don't know if he figured it out himself or is genuinely that stupid. Almost all of my family members have messaged me after the party to tell me really sweet and nice things because they noticed how bad it was for me, and they felt that discomfort too. I'm glad my other family members aren't like my dad. I did bring up the hypocrisy not many weeks ago, and he didn't even reply to it. I'm facing a wall every time I bring it up to him, so I just feel like giving it up. Thank you for the advice about getting some distance. It feels like the right thing to do for me as well. It's just a bit difficult because we've always been so close, and I know he has always valued our relationship a lot, but I see now that he clearly doesn't value it as much as he used to. So maybe I do need to follow my gut, get some distance and do what's right for me. Maybe he needs time away from me as well to see things in a different light. You're not wrong at all. It also doesn't sound like your dad is willing to change for you. You need to decide if you want to keep him in your life. He's not being respectful of your feelings, so if you want to stop any contact with him you can. You also could try to talk to him again about how you feel more and see if he would be willing to not have any more PDA in front of you. You could also ask that he not talk about sex around you, and to not push a friendship with this girl. Basically think about what might make you more comfortable being around them. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. That's great advice, thank you so much. It could maybe work, but I feel like I can't even look at her without it bringing up all these bad feelings about my dad and their relationship, so I don't think any form of contact between me and her is gonna work at this time. When I look at her I can't fathom her possibly being my future stepmom when she acts like she's 15. If I do grow more comfortable with her presence in the future I'll definitely remember what you said though. Thanks for listening so far. If story have update we will post here. Like and subscribe to our channel for upcoming stories.